It was good, BT Gang, and we back with another banger, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. I'm BT, and welcome to BT Sense. Today, y'all, before we get to the vid, if y'all are interested in inspiration or clone fragrances, Middle Easterns, like Fragrance World, Latafa, Maison Alhambra, any of those, and much more, y'all need to check out my friends over at clonedecanter.ca. They got everything that y'all want for as low as $2 to $3. They even offer a blind buy package for $14, man. You get anything you want. They'll send you, I guess, the top ones from there. And you can just still get that blind buy rush without committing to a full bottle, man. And y'all, nobody likes seeing bottles sit on their shelves and collect dust. So just buy responsibly and use my code BTSense10 at checkout. That's BTSense10 at checkout for that 10% off. But today's video is about this baby right here, man. This is Maison Alhambra. Speaking of Maison Alhambra, this is Cassius, y'all. I've done a couple wearings. You know, I did my first impressions. I really liked it. I got to see how it worked on my skin and clothes and performance and how it differs from Carlisle. So we're going to talk about all of that, man. But first things first, take a look at the presentation. It looks very similar to Carlisle. It says Cassius on it. It has a little bit of an emblem. It says Maison Alhambra right here. The cap is kind of plastic. It's not a heavy cap. But we're paying for the juice, right? We're paying for the juice. And we didn't even pay that much for the juice. I paid $30 from the OO store. So really good buy. And I know you can get this a lot cheaper on like TikTok shop and stuff like that. But this is, when I first smelled this, y'all, first of all, let me get to the notes. Let's read the notes, y'all. So in Cassius, Maison Alhambra, we got nutmeg, green apple on the top. Then in the mid, we got tonka bean and rose. Then in the base, we got vanilla and patchouli. And I forgot to mention, y'all, normally I have all these posters up and stuff like that, but I'm currently in the process of moving, and that's why everything behind me looks crazy. But nonetheless, you heard those notes. Very, very similar to the OG, which has like the nutmeg and the vanilla and the tonka and stuff like that. This smells like 90 to 95% close, y'all. I'm not even joking. Like, the fact that I paid $30 for something that smells this close to Carlisle is outrageous. Is outrageous, man. It smells so good. It has that slight spiciness, that nutmeg feel. You still get a little bit of that apple. I would say in the Carlisle, the apple is more pronounced in the opening, but it's still there. Then in the base, you still get this vanillic like base layer. It is so good and alluring, bro. This smells just like Carlisle. This is not, the thing is, this is like, you got to have a swag with this fragrance. I don't know if everybody can pull this fragrance off. This is like you got to have a swag. You got to have your head on strong. You got to know what you're doing. You got to be confident. Like when you walk in a room, you gotta, like, they need to know. You feel me? But this, I don't think you can pass this up. I think Perlador or somewhere they have another fragrance. I hear that's a little bit more deeper, darker, denser. This is a more mass appealing Carlisle in my opinion. Because I feel like the OG is a little bit more spicy. This is dialed back more into that like vanilla tonka, nutmeg direction, which I think works for it because a lot more people like sweet. Like sweet is in now, and this does have a little bit more sweetness in my opinion. But a caveat of that is I don't think this isn't as well blended as Carlisle is. I do think this is a little bit more linear, but I think Carlisle does have different dimensions. Like sometimes you get the spice, then it goes through that vanillic and sweetness. So this does not develop and change as well as Carlisle does. But hey, man, when you buying this and when you wearing this, the casual person is not going to care about any of that. They're just going to know if you smell good or not, and they're definitely going to think you smell good. Like, especially if you compare it to Carlisle. They both smell really good. Performance on this is really good as well, man. At least 8 hours, at least, because I tend to shower at that eight and a half hour mark, so I can't tell past that. But it was still going on like 8.5, especially off clothes. Like, this off clothes was doing this thing, man. Doing this thing. Like I was smelling it, I was getting whiffs of it. And I kind of wore this. It was like mid-70s. So that's probably not the ideal, like time to wear this because it's a cold weather fragrance, like a fall winter type fragrance. But I was still rocking it. That's how much I liked it, man. It was like mid-70s, low 70s. It was perfect, man. Especially at nighttime. You get that nice, cool nighttime fall breeze. This was doing this thing. Smells really, really good. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I did not get any compliments, but I do think with like the right swag, the right mentality, if you're well groomed as always, I do think this could be a compliment beast, but I did not receive any compliments. But I don't care because I know when I got this on, I'm a boss. I know I smell good. I know this is not something that a lot of people smell because it's different. It has a little bit of a Middle Eastern spice to it that's just not really common around these areas and parts. So I'm really enjoying this fragrance. I guarantee it. If you like Carlisle, you will like this, man. This is definitely one of those. A lot of fragrances, man, these days, a lot of clones. You feel like, after you buy them, you feel like, man, should I really buy that? Like, should I have really done that? Is this really worth it? But with this one, without a doubt, I have no regrets. I'm so glad I picked this up. This is a very good fragrance, man. This is, like I said, 90 to 95% close to Carlisle for that $30 price tag. You can't beat it. Like I said before, this is a fall, winter type fragrance. I don't think this is not like a basketball short white t-shirt type fragrance. I do think you need to have on some sort of decent attire with this one. Obviously, you can dress this all the way up. This is like I said, Idris Elba like vibes, man. You just got to be that dude. You feel me? You got to have that confidence and that mysteriousness, that moxie. I don't think this is like an everyday for a guy that's just like unsure of himself, basically. So if you out here, you a boss. You got your life together. Like I like to say to my man Meech Siat Saint, you got your Social Security lined up, 401k, all that good stuff. This sounds like something for you, man. And this is going to be really good. I'm going to try it out on the night scene, too. I'm going to see how it does in the night scene. I don't know how it will do, but I'm going to check that out as well. And I'll come back to y'all and report to y'all because y'all know how I do with my community posts, man. As I'm getting compliments, as I'm getting stuff thrown my way, I'm updating y'all in the community so y'all can see it. Y'all can know I ain't lying, so I can keep that in mind for my next video, man. But yeah, this is Cassius right here, man. This is a 9.5 out of 10 fragrance right here, man. Shout out to my man, the Scent Bubble. I saw this on his channel. He talked about it highly, and he was comparing it to the OG. And I know if he says something smells close to the OG, I'm going to take his word for it and cop it. So I blind bought it. I bought it, and I'm not disappointed at all whatsoever, man. So yeah, shout out to the Scent Bubble. But Cassius is definitely a W, man. If you're looking for Carlisle on the low, don't look nowhere else, man. Just grab this and you'll be satisfied. But yeah, that's going to be the video today, man. I'm so glad y'all tuned in. Thank y'all for watching as always. And we just hit 3,000 subscribers, man. So we're going to keep growing. And I really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.